Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we will continue a new characteristic and we will continue the characteristics that have no opposite. Our characteristic for today is called al-inhiraf or the deviation. Okay, what do we mean by deviation? Deviation is the drifting of the sound of the letter due to the incomplete running caused by the tongue turning from its path. Okay. How many letters do we have for the inhiraf? We have just two letters, the lam and the ra. And in this lesson, inshallah, we will see how each letter is deviated, inshallah. Okay, as we know, the lam is articulated from the where is that, what is the articulation point of the lam? It's the end part. This is the articulation point of the lam with the gum. Like say al, this area will hit the gum or will touch the gum. So what is the articulation point of the lam? It's the end part of the edges. And what's the end part of the edges? The end part of the edges, as you can see here, this is the end part of the edges, okay, of the edges of the tongue up to the tip of the tongue. This is the tip of the tongue and these are the edges. So all this area, okay, with what's opposite to it from the upper gum will touch the upper gum. Okay, so this is makhraj al-lam, this is our articulation point of the lam. Okay, so now let's see the deviation. This picture is very important. It demonstrates how the deviation happens in this letter, which is the lam. So here's the tongue. Okay, let's start with al. So okay, so here the sound will be running, and because of the tongue will be touching the upper gum here, so the sound will be drifted because like there is something blocking the sound. So the sound will be drifted and towards both sides here and here. So it will here and then here. So not al, many people say al, no, al. So the drifting in the lam, okay, the drifting in the lam happens from the middle to the both sides, from the middle, as you can see in the arrows, middle, and then drifted to the both sides. So deviation of the lam, as we mentioned before, the sound is drifting towards the both sides of the tongue, as we see here. Okay, both sides of the tongue, because the tip of the tongue is blocking its way from the front. This is for the inhiraf for the letter lam, al. The drifting where toward both sides of the tongue. Now let's move to the deviation of the ra letter. So before anything, let's see what is the articulation point of the ra. The articulation point of the ra is very easy. So the tip of the tongue hitting the upper gum. This is the articulation point of the ra in a simple way. Okay, this is the articulation point of the ra. Okay, so before anything, we should know that when we pronounce the ra, aro, say aro, okay, you have the tip of the tongue will be touching the upper gum. But which tip? What specific area? These two specific areas, okay, will be touching the gum and leaving this opening here between them, okay, to allow the sound to have the tawassut characteristic. We mentioned the tawassut, which is حروف البينية لين عمر, the in-between letters between shidda and rakhawa, and between them we have the tawassut. So the tip of the tongue, there is an opening here, right here, and this opening, we leave this opening to allow the sound to have its tawassut characteristic. Okay, so anyhow, let's see how did the deviation happen. So what is the mechanism of the deviation of the ra? The mechanism, as you can see here, this picture is very important. Okay, now let's see. Now the sound will be running from when you say aro. Try to say aro. Yes. So the sound will be running from the back of the throat and come towards here to the tongue. Okay, as you can see in these are, and it's moving forwards. Okay, so because of the the tip of the tongue will be touching or will hit the upper gum. Because of that itself is a blocking, and because of this blocking, the sound will be drifted from the two sides of the tongue toward this area which is open. Okay, the area which the opened area through this area. Okay, so the sound will be drifted from the two sides, from here, and all come in the middle here. It's opposite of the lamb. In the lamb, we mentioned before here that the sound will be drifted from the middle. Okay, from the middle L, and then came to the two sides here. So L is opposite of the R.